So tip number one is when you are packing your bagpipes for any flight is to remember that when you go up in the airplane, you're going to go up to a high altitude where there's not a lot of moisture and the air pressure is going to be a little bit different. So I would encourage you to put your pipe bag in a garbage bag or an industrial size Ziploc bag. What is the purpose of doing this, you might ask? This is to help keep as much moisture in the pipe bag as possible, because when you're up at that high altitude, the level of moisture in your bagpipe is going to be sucked out because the air is a lot thinner, even though the cabin of the plane is pressurized, but not enough so that your bagpipe does not lose some amount of moisture. So putting your pipe bag in a garbage bag or a Ziploc bag or industrial size is going to help you retain as much moisture in your pipe bag as possible, so that when you get off that plane, wherever you go, your pipe bag is not going to be as dry as it would be if you didn't put in some sort of bag that will help retain the level of moisture. Point two is if you are Canadian or American and you have a Nexus card, then that will help you get ahead of the people in the general lane. So I think it's point three, is when you go with your pipe case, you want to go with a pipe case that is going to be the right fit for the airplane. Now, you might be asking, isn't that a little bit specific? Let me explain. When you go into the airplane with your pipe case, the amount of space in the overhead bins is not going to be a lot, right? Those spaces, the bins in the airplane are not really that big. They can usually accommodate maybe about up to 4 to 6 standard size luggage bags, give or take. So a lot of people use standard size luggage bags in place of a specially made bagpipe carrying case. Those ones are often very good for putting into the overhead bins, but if you're like me and you have the Bagpipe flight case by R.G. Hardy that has the single telescopic handle and the roller wheels on the bottom that can also be converted into a backpack, then that bag is going to fit pretty snugly into one of those overhead bins. So when you go to get a pipe case to go on the plane, I suggest that you get one that is going to fit in the overhead bins as snugly as possible. And one thing that I will mention about this particular point is that I have had flight attendants come up to me and say that my pipe bag is not going to fit on that flight. Now you can imagine the level of terror in my eyes when I heard that. I thought, oh no, what's going to happen? Because unfortunately, back then I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am today. So my pipes, unfortunately, went in the cargo hold. Don't freak out. They were fine. Thank heavens. But in order to avoid this issue in the future, one thing that I heard about is that you can take your bagpipes out of the pipe case, put them into like a towel or a smaller bag if you have one in the pipe case, and put the pipes underneath the seat in front of you like you would a personal article. This is going to keep your pipes from going down in the cargo hold. The next point that I want to, and I've lost count of the points, is that when you go into the airport and you go to the gate, you can go up to the gate you can go up to the gate where the attendants are, and let them know that you are carrying a musical instrument and request that you are able to board in the pre-boarding period, which for Canada, for example, is Zone 1 and 2. If you go up during pre-boarding period, the chances of you being admitted into Zone 1 and 2, you probably use Zone 2, is a lot higher than if you go during the regular boarding period, which is Zone 3, I think up to Zone 8 now, which is, I think, is crazy. But if you go during the general boarding period, the chances of them getting you on that plane a little quicker is a little bit harder. So try to make their job a little bit easier by going during the pre-boarding period, so go a little earlier. A lot of different airlines have different policies regarding musical instruments, so I encourage you to check the policies out for your respective airline that you usually fly with. I usually fly with Air Canada, so I've listed a few points here with a little bit of a screenshot, scrolling down just to see that there are a few little points here, and I'll put a link in the description below so that you can peruse them a little bit more in detail. And a few different links for like WestJet and other airlines as well. And one last thing I want to suggest is that when you get off the plane and get to your hotel or wherever you're staying, I encourage you to take out your pipes, put the drones in only, no chanter. Do not put your chanter in the hotel and play anywhere inside the building unless you've been given permission, which is very unlikely, because it's going to be way too loud. The drones don't produce nearly as loud of a sound as a chanter does. So I have taken my drones into the bathroom, closed the door, inflated the bags, striked them in, tune the drones so that it's just a flag going brrr. And that is usually low enough tone that people will just assume that it's something to do with the bathroom vent. So those are the points that I have for flying with bagpipes. If you have a question that I did not answer in this video, please leave it below in the comments, and I will do the best I can to respond to it as soon as possible. Thank you so much to the new subscribers, and thank you to those people who keep returning. I really appreciate your support, and the channel will keep growing. I'm very happy to see that. So I hope you will stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you in the next one.